Super quick, super quick. Okay, super quick. So, first of all, prudently, and your buddies, don't leave comments in the comment section like a long thread having your conversation and putting amen to disgusting things, mean, cruel things that prudently that devil in disguise is saying, okay? Because it's gross. And Connie, you're the harasser and you're the bullier, and you can tell by the picture that you used of me in the petition that you have. You can tell it's the choice of the picture is intentional. Uh, you didn't pick one where I'm on chemo, like where I'm, sitting in the chemo chair or anything. You didn't pick anything like that. You picked something from before I had cancer, a joke one where I was smoking a cigarette and, you know, had been running up and down the stairs on a real hot day. It was all sweaty, and so I was making a funny video, and that's the picture that you used. You're the fucking bully. Where's the numerous times? No, you're the fucking bully. I guarantee you, numerous times. And Izzy wants to say, oh, this type of behavior from this person should never be forgotten. Well, then you remember that. And I don't want to hear anybody saying, why are you doing this? They're not even on the platform anymore. I don't give a fuck. Ollie making a fucking short, laughing, making fun. That a spot on the sternum was resolved. It's what the doctor said. And I say, like a miracle. And he said, and you're going to mock that. But are you trying to tell us nothing to do with any of your cancer cleared up or got stabilized? Is that what you're trying to say? You're going to mock something? See, that's blasphemous. That's same with, you know, yeah. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. Bet if I fucking won that $1 trillion Powerball the other week, people would talk in here. But in the meantime, it's just too much fun to hate bond. No, Prue, nobody's trauma bonding, you fucking devil. It's you bitches hate bonding. You don't like each other. When you have to be concerned that your friends won't talk to you if you talk to the person that they all hate bond over, those aren't your friends. And you're no friend to yourself either. If you believe that life is a test, what makes you think that this isn't one? For me, too. What better way to be able to, say, who's, hello, pipeline welder, to, be able to see what's going on, then, I'm sure there's behaviors, but to type the words miracle and laugh, then to be like, well, I'm not saying I don't believe in miracles. I'm just saying one for SG, or we just want to just keep harassing her. We don't care if she has a miracle or not. We just want to keep harassing her because we hate bond. That's what our life's been for 3 years. So, that's what we do. Let's see how long these fuckers will sit here in silence. crying about 3 years ago on her community right now. She will never have it like that again, and she's greedy, so she's got to keep focused on something that's gone and done. Chicken winner, I hope so. Man, I hope so. Oh, my daughter was notified. No, please, not that. Fucking dumb fucks. Chicken winner. You know, I really do. I hope that eventually that is what happens, that there is that does happen. Because then I'll be heard. Then I'll be heard. Can you believe that shit? People write that. And if that happened, I mean, really, I don't think you do, chicken winner. Unless you're going to claim not to be able to read soon. I mean, I didn't say it was cured. I said a spot was resolved. And I did say to the guy, like a miracle, because that would be a miracle if it was. I would think so. Well, I don't have the. I'm not allowed to get better. That means I'm lying. I mean, I don't even know if I am better. I'm just saying. Actually, she doesn't have my number. PET scan didn't say cancer free. What happened to all my surgeon appointments? What the fuck is this person even talking to me about medical stuff? So you think that, so, okay. So let me ask you this question, chicken winner. You think PET scan results can be faked? All right, you're gone. This fucking person's gone with their stupid faces there. You think a PET scan can be faked? That's the question right there, what you just did. Why are you doing this is a question. Nope, no more questions. Why are you doing this? No, I want to know. Do you think PET scan can be faked? 31 people watching a 56-year-old state, like, well, yeah, I didn't like your show when it came to you saying that young kids wanted it and stuff like that. All anybody that puts their kids in danger has to do to be welcomed in and liked by this community is not like me. See, they don't really care about the children. It was that she liked me. I think it's funny I'm supposed to believe that you guys are human beings as opposed to, hey, Nobia, there's a human being right there. She looks like a cartoon now in real life. She's my real life cartoon friend. No, just freaking CW in here thinking that cancer is part of my show. That was my cancer costume. The shit they say is so gross. Like, they're just so pissed if something in me was resolved. I didn't say all, I mean, I love America. Wow. Yeah, it's an old pic. And when I watch it, when I watch the videos, right at that moment, I was so terrified. Terrified is normal now. This, but I barely, like, I mean, I just couldn't, and still can't understand that people who believe that there's a God, an almighty, that they think that this stuff, this stuff would go like unnoticed by an all-seeing eye. It wouldn't. I'm flesh and blood just like anybody else. Well, you're obviously using some name. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to get rid of that. I'll tell you what, everybody deserves miracles. Everybody. The problem is that they're just evil. They're just hate bonding demons. So no BS. What did you think of that show last night? Was I everywhere too much, or was there, like, I feel like I really want to read the whole thing, but then again, when I was reading the old stuff, I was like, the Old Testament, I was like, this is so mean. You know what I mean? And then, like, the other one, they try to soften it up a bit, but me being the type who always likes to go back into, oh, prudently, don't you ever say I have a demon attached to me. Don't ever say that shit, man. You're just evil. If you figure cancer is a demon, yeah, maybe, but I mean, like, you gotta stop, man. You got to stop. And Janelle be putting amen and stuff. Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. See, prudently, there's a difference between you and I. You seem to think that like with your name, prudent, makes you that way, but it doesn't. You're a mean, evil person. You are. You're a mean, evil person. And then Sharon last night was talking about integrity, and there with Chicken Winner too, and the whole Miss Smith thing, though, the whole Miss Smith thing, like that's integrity. Like the lady lied and said she was at rehab, to everybody, and but I did get a chance to make my wish list in rehab. Here it is. And now she's gonna talk about integrity and Chicken Winner, like you did something that is like and still fucking, I wanted to see, like the person in you that I thought you were, but now what I'm seeing is like, if that person did come to you and say that your husband had done that to them, you would possibly be the type to say, you're lying. Is this your show? Is this your game? That's so sad. That is so sad to know that because of what was easier for you, you accused of lying or wanting it. So, in your opinion, just like when you came in and you said, crying about 3 years ago on her community right now, she will never have it like that again. And she's greedy. So she's got to keep focused on something that's gone and done. So what are you saying there, Chicken Winner? She wanted it. She wanted cancer. She wanted it. Look, everybody, you all like me now, right? You're not calling me names now. She wanted cancer. She wanted cancer. So you just do whatever is best for you. And that's who you fucking are. You lashed out, hurt people with words, cause fucking trouble, then sit there and accuse people of lying of things that you know are factual. Well, it was easier for me to put them in danger than fight for them and, fight for them and this. No, 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 no. You're just a fucking asshole. Let's not forget, you came out the gate being a fucking asshole. You're just a fucking asshole. But I'm tempted to just sit here silent too and see how long they like silence. I know, right, Nobias? Aren't they fucking stupid the way they waste their lives? It's how they waste their life. It's how they waste their life. Just sitting, like, mocking. I saw video today that had like complete facts wrong, right? And they go, it was 1984, and she looked up her brother. First of all, not in Florida. He didn't live in Florida. I wasn't in Florida then. And second of all, it's something that was called a telephone book. It was a telephone book. It was made out of paper, and people had them then. So I'm assuming whomever is that surviving buzzboss is pretty fucking stupid. Pretty stupid. What was the signs warning? No BS. Bet you Joyce Meyer doesn't use the subway or go to a tenement. You know? But she probably considers herself some kind of something. Same as like, Prue and prudently, how dare you sit there and write all, or that about the Simon of Serene. I mean, like, give it a rest, lady. Why am I not allowed to point out, first of all, that yes, you were allowing people to type rotten stuff in your live stream? Yes, you did say, oh, well, maybe we can all come back born better people, not just SG. SG? I mean, you did say my name. You don't get to talk like that, Prue, about me, because you're the devil. You are. People speaking about truth and stuff supposedly don't get to, in the same breath say about them buying a Louis Vuitton purse and hiding it from their husband, you know? Or brag about, your 40 or 50 people for Thanksgiving and oh, we'll just have it at my house because, we like to eat off the china. Fuck you, Crew. You know who I bet would have loved a paper plate in abundance? And maybe, no, yeah. Who knows what she believes? Those people in concentration camps that had ate off, and kept a kosher kitchen and kosher kosher utensils and everything, and for probably through generations, and then they were shitting and eating out of the same bowl. Oh, sorry, in the same bowl. Washing it with dirty rainwater. That bowl was the first thing. You're having a nightmare, bud. You talk. Oh, because I was talking about prudence. I gotcha. I hear ya. I hear ya. Yeah, that witch. um, that was the first thing to be stolen. Like, what was their crimes, Pro? I just can't even believe you have the nerve to keep bothering me over the fact if I want to talk about the Bible. No, I just was too, like, to see Ollie put up a short of, fucking uh, miracle with laughing emojis. And all I'm doing is saying that that spot was said, they said resolved. And I said, oh, you mean like a miracle? And he said, yeah. I mean, what the, why, why would somebody who has the cancer, supposedly she does, right, be laughing about something like that? Why would that be something to laugh at? I can't comprehend the whole now new slew of troll names and stuff. I can't even, like, I'm like, it's incomprehensible to me that these people are as disgusting as they really truly are. It is so gross. Disclaimer, I do not own all the audio contained within this video, but I am using it within the Fairies Act guidelines. Not sure what it is, just playing it. The chicken winners, that is SG's chat. Hi, honeybees. Hey, honking, stalking. Here's the. Okay, so I saw a screenshot where chicken winners said. Find it. Yeah, she can't stand it. Stealing electricity from God. God makes electricity. True story. Something like Shady was talking about an apology to Jules, but it was Miss P. I don't know what. I don't even know what she's talking about either. She was talking about? But, yeah. Nothing to concern yourself over. You went live for that, loser? Pretending that you got another 10 subscribers today. I just want to go over this really quick. I mentioned this yesterday. Hi, Lori. I mentioned this yesterday. I want to play just a teeny little piece of Jules' live stream again. Hello, Ricky. You from England? I have an accent. I didn't know. I bet that's Ricky Gervais. So basically, she plays Jules crunching on celery. So I don't even know like what her fucking interest is there. I like Ricky Gervais too. Well, I mean, it would make sense. There was Roseanne. There was, I mean, why wouldn't Ricky Gervais fucking be watching? He could. Stop it. People must believe. See what this is. Husband. A lot of meds. Oh, lots of meds. All right. This person already knew mental health, about their looks, everything. And if she couldn't find something to harass them about, she'd make it up. Okay? She'd make it up. Yeah, I shared that one out. That she was so buttered about that picture. First of all, you guys, honest to God, I know where you're coming. Yes, I spoke to her on the phone. She's good. She said she just got away from YouTube because she couldn't take the stress of it anymore. And I can understand. That's a shame, though. And here we've got, like, Connie putting up some petition talking about how YouTube is supposed to be for fun and entertainment and people and this and that. Yeah, it is, Connie. Why do you keep fucking talking about me? I don't even talk about you. I mean, what the fuck? It's like, just stop. Honestly, I didn't know the picture was a monk. I didn't know it. She didn't know the picture was a monk. This was last night. Okay, I get it. No, I thought it was funny because she thought chemo baldness was funny. Chemo baldness is always funny, right? In the picture, like, my hair was, like, growing in funny. Like, it was bob, but, like, hair. Like, so I had originally made the caption, like, my hair's growing in funny. Like, and then she... No, you do it. It's so fucking dramatic. Like, that story about the hair. So what you're saying, chicken winner, is you and your lying slut friend can sit over there, the one who harassed your kid tremendously and started the whole chomo stuff for you, that one there, can sit over there and talk about when I lost my hair years ago. But if I talk about cancer,
towel, and she tries to spin it like, oh, you know, she's ridiculous. When she told me the story, I did feel bad. So picture that. Fuck you, cunt. Chicken winner in there. You're a fucking asshole, man. Absolutely nothing to do with that. It had to do with she came at me per usual and was being a fucking bitch. And no, I didn't.
I didn't come at you, bitch. I just lost my fucking hair. You think I'm coming at you? I was telling my story that I'm losing my hair. Shut your fucking drug-induced behavior mouth. Show us a fucking drug test. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care, you stupid bitch. But these bunch of fucking bitches don't get to fucking harass me. But I'll tell you what. It won't surprise me if I do end up getting a miracle. It won't surprise me. You want to know why? Because I know for a fact what was witnessed was from pure evil. I grew up in the day and age where in gym class we learned about, hi Tiandra, we learned about, this, they did the scoliosis check. They taught us how, to do breast checks, where when you lay down in bed before you go to sleep, it's like real simple, blah, 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 I know all that. I, grew up in that era. Disgusting behavior as usual. Because she's more apt to say to somebody, that they're a liar and make her life easier than, do the right thing and have to fight. I don't know, or I don't know. Hand does, yeah. The irony of Ollie's video is she's got one up that says something about from a year ago. She says Vern's birthday live stream, from a year ago. And then right next to it is the video that she made a couple of days ago saying miracle with laughing emojis. How ironic. How ironic. I'm just saying that there is no way there's just no way that somebody sitting there. Yeah, I believe in miracles too, and I do believe that good conquers evil, and I do think that somebody very evil, very evil, very, very evil, that I saw odd, like behavior from sitting there, and chanting for evil. And there's no way that there's going to be a time on this, on God's green earth, that I think he'd, freaking allow something like that to come to fruition and succeed. No, I think that person right there should do that. Just that type. I think you should go fuck yourself soundly. How you usually do. See, so there is miracles that happen, and I do know a few people that should fucking fling themselves down on their knees and fucking pray for forgiveness. I hate to swear in the same letter, but in the same like sentence there, same breath. But because I know myself that I get like where I'm like thinking in my head, I'm thinking, 3 weeks ago, just listening to somebody saying, or like a month ago or whatever, that they were gonna, do this, do that, and then I'm like watching, going, oh wow, but still, like, do they think that what they've done is wrong? I mean, I just don't know. How can these people be like running around like as if they're, good and this and that, and oh, and we believe the end of the world is coming. If it is, like, what are you thinking? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you think you should get right?
I didn't.
Well, you would think that, you would think that people would, be like, I don't know, every day changing just in life. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to. I get that. I do get that. But man, not like with these people. People will be changing for the worse because they're evil. Evil. No, I didn't.
Does it even matter? I don't know. But she always talks about it. Always bringing it up once again. Like she hasn't said despicable shit before.
That's where my own confusion comes in because I have said despicable shit in retaliation out of pure anger. Well, they're sitting there fucking with, like my kid's face on their videos and shit, and they think they're okay. They're not. It's not okay. It isn't okay. If you can't handle despicable words being slung back at you, then don't say them in the first place. Toxic lover. No, no crickets here. If you're looking for the cricket eating show, I believe that's over at SV's. That's where she'll be eating crickets because it's, such a big deal if she eats crickets because. But she wants everybody to send her the money before she eats crickets. And then if she decides she won't eat crickets, then she'll send the crickets. Oh, wait, not the crickets, the money back. The crickets back. Everybody, here's some crickets in the mail. I'm sure you do, Mr. Rourke. Hi, Mr. Rourke. I'm sure you do, Mr. Rourke. He pops up a lot. The other night I was trying to do your Maddie imitation, but I wasn't good at it. What's your, what is that avatar of? Can't tell. Is it a animal? Is it a lemur? The rare dankness logo? Oh, it's a skunk. Okay. Pepe Le Pew. Toxic Lover was coming in all like, hola. You see that, Mr. Rourke? He's trying to steal your lines. And I saw Jules was off Sweet Anya and her 3,600 word. It's Champ, by the way. Champ. Well, maybe you two should come up on the panel and duke it out. Duke it out. Toxic lover. I don't know if they love toxins or if they're toxic. If um if you love them, if you love them. What have you been up to, Mr. Rourke? fulfilling fantasies on Fantasy Island. Welcome, welcome. Four three. It's funny that I was just thinking about Hervé Villachez, but I think he was shorter than that. If you were 4'3", I swear to God, I would be like, I'd run. If you opened the door and you were really 4'3", like you were the size of like Paul Williams or Gary Coleman or Hervé Villachez. Even if you were like really, really tall, I'd be afraid if you were really short, like if you were the size of Gary Coleman because of that story that what's the name of that lady? She's really funny. She used to do uh Superstar on like I don't know Saturday Night Live or something. Now I'm gonna have to go out. Stupid charger. Stupid charger. Uh, Molly Shannon is right. Yes. I have to go out. Come back in. I'll taste my Hi. Hi, I'm back. But I will be going soon. But I will be done soon. Yeah, it's Molly Shannon. She got like attacked by Gary Coleman, and he was doing flips and stuff. Yep, convertible hair. I got that stupid song by Frank Zappa stuck in my head, and I just don't know why. It's I'm not even a Frank Zappa fan, but I don't know why it is so stuck in my head. It's not even a good song. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy right now. Stupid song. Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones, oh baby. Ooh. I don't even know why. Stupid. What fight? No, I didn't. I see nothing. Where was the fight? Remember when that guy landed in the middle of the fight outside? I mean, like, really? How was it possible the guy's able to land right in the ring? That was something that I was gonna like do some research on because, no. Why would I see that? Why would I see that? Okay, Tanger, thank you. Where he landed in the ring, I know. Crazy, right? Who? Bowie? David Bowie? David Bowie. David Bowie and Holyfield having a boxing match. That'd be kind of funny. I used to like Leonard Lewis. Is that his name? Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis, not Leonard Lewis. Lennox. Was it Lennox? Lennox Lewis? Was that his name? Lennox Lewis, right? Oh, Reddick Bow. I remember him now. Okay. Lennox Lewis. Leonard Lewis. Who the fuck Leonard Lewis? Lennox Lewis? All right, who are we talking about now? Riddick Bowe or the other one there, Lennox Lewis? Remember when Tyson bit off? Was it Evander Holyfield's ear? That was so disgusting. Who does that? Can't do both ears. Can't do both ears. So silly. One, like the earlobe. I wonder how many other people he's done that to, probably just out of anger. Can you hear me now? In true life? Bam, 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 bam. This here's a story. You'll have to, what is it? Or an ear of corn. um, something that Akasha's clay. Something, right? Like that. Muhammad Ali. Foxy Brown? Like from the movie, what was it called? Shaft. Pam Grier? Pam Grier went that? Oh. I don't even know. I'm like, not okay. But she was Foxy Brown. Wasn't she Foxy Brown? I believe she was Foxy Brown. Did you see Shaft? Was Samuel L. Jackson? Is that who was in Shaft, you guys? I was thinking about this the other day. Is it true, like in the movie Airplane, when there was the blow up, co-pilot? Do they really have those? And why? Like, can it really fly? I mean, really? Wasn't there something wrong with the blow up pilot in an airplane? Janine Eating? Who's Janine Eating? What does that mean? Janine Eating what? Belgian waffles? You're sick. You're a sick fucker. You're a sick fucker. She was really nice and beautiful. Oh, you must have looked her right up, huh? When I talked about that. Not her eating. Wow. I mean, come on. You know you looked her right up. You would. She's not bad, is she? I've seen her work. I'm not gonna lie. Well, what were you looking at? What were you watching? Hold on, I'll be right back. Talking about put on a show. Put on a show or what? What are we talking about? And put on a show. I mean, I kind of do know what you mean, but it's only like, there'd be like only me. And like, if it was you, say, you there, like only okay. See, what's going on here right now? You're going to need to unblock me. And I'll just call you. Cheech and Chong or Basketball Jones? I thought that was on Joe's Garage. I thought Joe's Garage was another one with the why does it hurt when I pee and Catholic girls. That one, right? I thought Basketball Jones was on that one, but was Basketball Jones on the one with Sister Mary Elephant or whatever? Class. Or the one where they were like, let's make a dope deal. That's just, it was like, let's make a deal, the TV game show. In case you guys don't know. Oh, I know, right, Mr. Roarke, research assistant. Research assistant. But no BS came in. Oh, cock blocking right there, right? No, sir, just kidding, just kidding. Are Cheech and Chong funny? Have you never watched Cheech and Chong? You never watched Cheech and Chong? You really never watched Cheech and Chong, really? That was a long time ago when I said Zappa. Zappa. You never watched a movie of theirs? Like, I would say probably, I like the one where he's high. They're always high. But he's driving down the street, in his low rider car there, Cheech, and this girl is walking on the corner, walking down the street or whatever, and he goes, "Hey, you need a ride? Let me clear off a place for you to sit." And he wipes that off his face. Oh god. Oh god. So fucking however long it just took you to make that account, it was a waste of time. Just delete. Delete. Double D. Double D douchebag. I think it's dementia. What is dementia? You want to come up? You want me to clear off a place for you to sit? I think I'm funny. And then he was all high, and he was like, his his car was on the sidewalk, parked, filled with smoke and stuff. And so then, was he tripping? Was he tripping? And the cop came and was knocking on the window, and he's like, "You keep on knocking, but you can't come in." And then, he was like, "Arr, arr." Remember when Putty on Seinfeld was at a Devils game and he was dressed like a devil? He had no shirt on, but he was all red and stuff. And he had horns and everything. And he went over to the car. He ran to a car at the game. After the game, he was all fired up. So he ran up to the first car he saw that was like at the red light and made like the devil signs and was like, ah, ah. It was a priest. I thought it was fun. Poor SG. So sad for SG. Listen, either I'm dropping the link or you're going to unblock me with your dick sometime. For long periods, is that like something you could discuss? I don't know. Tell me what goes on in your life. Do you have a girlfriend that travels and then she disappears for months upon end? And then you're like, I'm not talking to any of these bitches. A whole lot of bitches. Lying bitches. Okay. He's like, just shot the link. I'm not unblocking you on my phone. Basketball John. Free Bandit. Like from Johnny Quest, the dog from Johnny Quest. Is that what you're talking about, Bandit? Remember Bandit, you guys? There was a Bandit. I gotta make a coffee. I need a little paper. Wow. Everything is no good. Bandit is a dog. I'm Johnny Quest. In case you don't know about Johnny Quest, his best friend was Haji. And there was Ray Spannon. That was his father's friend. And I don't know what his father's name was. Dick Bannon? No, sir. No, because their last name is Quest. Sorry. Well, I dropped it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's what happened.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
Hello?
I can't hear you. Can you speak up there?
Do you guys hear Roarke? Is Roarke talking?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hola.
Hola.
Ouch.
I want you to take over for a minute because I want to turn my Hugo on or whatever it's called.
Take over.
Sure.
I like to take over. Sure.
Whole lot of bitches. Lying bitches. Look what
Whole lot of bitches. Lying bitches.
Yep, they are.
How long are you going to be?
I'm going to go turn my coffee maker on.
You're what? You're okay.
All right. So
Whole lot of bitches. Lying bitches.
There is none. I'll just put that one there. You
What's
are
that?
happy. Free Bandit.
Free Bandit. You are happy today.
Survivor
She's
Girl. Happy Roarke back. Happy Roarke back.
I'm happy to see you. I come a knocking on your door. Hey, we never talked about what happened to Teddy Pendergrass. Does anyone in the chat know what happened to Teddy Pendergrass? One of my favorite musicians. Close the door. Turn out the lights. Teddy had a little car accident back in the day. I had no idea. I think I must have been such a young kid I couldn't recall what was going on. You know, I forget a lot. What's the people in the chat's name?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about Teddy Pendergrass.
Teddy Pendergrass. Turn up the lights.
Did you
No. I
did you know
wash
what
your body.
happened?
Wash mine.
Yeah.
Hey. Hi. Hi, Lapton.
Ooh. Pew pew. Girl, you smell.
I know, right? That's what it seems like, right? Let's take a shower. Shower together.
Oh.
Rub you down. Sad. Then yeah, she's
all night
very.
long.
Then he wants to put like oil that smells better on her and stuff.
What was that damn song we used to sing? Elton John and Kinky what?
Kiki. Kiki
Kiki.
Kiki.
Oh, I thought her name was Kinky.
Breaking my heart. Don't go
Don't go
breaking my heart.
breaking. I wouldn't have it if I tried.
You're the first part. You're don't go breaking my heart, and then I'm the
Ah,
second.
my
Huh?
dementia. Oh my goodness, it's hitting me again.
What do you think?
I already forgot that. I forgot just the lines to that. Don't go breaking my heart.
I couldn't if I tried. Yeah, that. Oh, honey, if I get restless.
Restless. Maybe
Baby,
you're not the type.
you
Dun,
remember
dun,
me.
dun, dun. Don't go breaking my heart. You
You
take
take
the
that.
best out of me. Oh, honey, if I get restless.
If I knock on your
Baby.
door, I gave you my key.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh.
Listening to that shit, huh?
Yeah.
You've been listening to
You
Teddy
give me
Pendergrass and
you, you give me the
and
fever. The fever.
huh?
You give me fever.
Were you listening to Rita Moreno and Animal?
Huh? Who?
From the Muppet Show? You give me fever, and then you would go boom, really loud,
No,
and she got up.
I was thinking more like Madonna. You give me fever.
I didn't know she did fever. I just kind of like the the Muppets.
So how
But
you been?
that's it. Good. How have you been?
I'm doing good.
Keep talking. Say hi to Lapchick because she said that Teddy died of colon cancer, but I want to make my coffee.
Lab
What's
chick,
up?
you got that shit ready? Come on. The streets are banging. I need it. I need that product. The streets are calling. They're like, we need that RSO. How you doing, lab chick? I can't see the chat, so I'll take it you're doing fine. Ooh. What the hell are you doing now? When a guy comes over your house, what do? Oh, I gotta go do something. Come on, girl. I was wanting a show. Ooh. Nobody has to know when you go down. Ooh. So you been smoking anything good? How about the chat? The chat got anything good to smoke? Pass it around. Take a big hit, hold it in. Don't waste that shit. I don't want to see no rookie smokers. I'll throw you right out of this chat. Where did you go? You're not around. I am the clown. Oh, I am your clown. Do, 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 do. Okay, that's enough singing for me. I go breaking people's hearts. Teddy died of colon cancer. Oh shit, the story got worse. He was in a couple car accidents. And he had a couple different types of passengers in his car. I don't think too
You're
much.
so
Well,
funny.
thank you. At
I'm
least somebody.
so
You know, at least
funny.
somebody finally in my whole damn life appreciates me and thinks I'm fucking funny. Finally. Oh.
You are like me because again, you go. I can't see the chat, so you go. How you doing, Lab Chick? I can't see the chat, so I'm gonna say fine. And it's like, oh my God, he sounds just like me. And then I heard you go, when you're not around, I am your client. That is fucking hysterical. You're funny. Did you get a dog?
Did I what?
Get a dog.
Sorry. Did I get a dog?
I thought I had a dog.
Oh yeah, I got a dog, and then I got a rooster.
Did you?
No.
Whatever noise you can make is what you got.
No, I love freedom.
And Free Bandit wants to know, what is your preferred brand of condoms, Roarke? I feel like that's Swiss.
Just between you and I never use them.
I know you're a raw dogger. Because they don't know, but I do. Huh? What do you say? People don't like the taste of latex. Latex is icky. Ow!
Ow!
That's why. That was my Maddie. That was my Maddie.
Ouch!
I can't scratch really. But anyway.
Is your ankle okay? Is your ankle okay? Yeah, is your ankle?
No, it was my knee.
Oh, your knee.
I forgot what I was saying.
You got any good spider? You got any good spider stories?
No, don't talk about that. That's
let me tell you.
No, don't even. If you have the spider story.
Listen. This is a good one. I get out of bed. You know how you got to use the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I look in the mirror and I see the spider in the ceiling and in the wall, right in that, crease right there. And I'm like, all right, I'm like, once I wake up a little bit, I take care of one set of business. I'll take care of the rest of the business. And then all of a sudden it starts coming towards me. And I'm like, oh shit. And, then I was like, it was coming towards me, and I was like, I looked at it, and I believe it was a white widow because I had one of those. You know how it's got the dial thing on the back. Are you there? What's the matter?
Yes, the hourglass thing you're talking about.
Yeah, the hourglass.
Did you pee on it?
No, hell no. So I took care of my business, and then I was like looking for it, and I couldn't get it, so I had to go take my shop vac, and I got it with the shop vac. But I was thinking of you, and I was like, holy shit, I was like, could you imagine if she came to your bathroom, was using your bathroom, and this happened to her? So of course I had to go throughout the whole house and start vacuuming with the shop vac and everything, making sure I got everything. But I was like, oh.
Could you imagine if Swiss Miss was there or just me?
Swiss Miss.
In other words, was the only female that you've pictured in your house?
Well, at the time I was just picturing you. But now that you say Swiss Miss, I wonder if Swiss is scared of. I don't know if Swiss is scared of spiders.
But would you be able to picture her?
Picture her at my house?
No, picture her at all, because she really doesn't show like what she looks like or anything, unless you've met her.
No, I didn't meet her.
So
no.
So you wouldn't really be able to make her fringes on her jean cut off shorts so accurate.
I didn't see the picture of the jean cut off shorts. I seen
You made one. Remember the paper doll?
oh on your picture, yeah, on your picture. No, I don't know what she looks like to draw her picture. No,
I was like, this fucker looks like he's seen my feet and never has.
I have two.
Yes, in his dreams.
I told you I was the guy in the spaceship. I landed and I was like, on three, boys. Uno, dos, tres. And we started singing, and you were like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
I would like that. What is that? Wole bole. Wole bole. Is that what? Yeah. Wole bole.
Bole, 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 bole. No.
You know what?
I think it was La Bamba. Richie! My Richie!
My Richie. La 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 bamba. You're all like little aliens dressed in like sequiny suits.
Well,
like
listen, I've worked on those guys' spaceships a few times. They're pretty cool.
Well, I believe with your size, they probably aren't.
We got along.
But you're the only one who does the probing.
No, there was no probing. I asked them for tips on growing the weed.
And then damn.
No, they gave me a certain strand. I've got a special strand. It's the one I make the RSO with.
Eddie Torres. the ET. Eddie Torres, the extra testicle.
You know Eddie?
Yeah, from Cheech and Chong.
Oh yeah.
See, now you sound like Cheech and Chong.
My cousin Cheech. Pendejos.
Yeah, that's what he told him. He said that meant friend.
Everyone. Pendejos.
Yeah, he's yelling. No, it was Chong though who was yelling it. He's going, "Hey, pendejos, pendejos!"
Everyone in the chat, you're pendejos.
It was hysterical. You guys did you see it?
Have you ever seen
a movie?
I saw a little bit of it. I didn't approve.
A lot more than just one.
I didn't approve.
Huh?
I was like, what is this world coming to? What is this world coming to?
I don't know.
Say it ain't so.
Prudently says I have a demon attached to me. Is it you? So we're just kidding. Spider is going to get out of the vacuum and bite you. Yeah, did you make sure? But did you make sure that it was dead?
Hell no, I didn't open the damn thing. I figured that's why when I was running the vacuum for a while afterwards that it would probably do something to it. I figured my problem was gone. I'm alive.
But what if that happened?
That thing was trying to bite the Roarke. And it got the horns.
It got the horns. You like bull riding?
I like a chick that can bull ride.
I mean, hopefully without the horns, like not. Yeah, it's still in the vacuum. Lapchick said they can live in there.
Let it live. I'll dump that thing tomorrow morning.
I do it now, in a garbage bag and then tie it up real tight, not suffocate it. That sounds mean, doesn't it?
What if it mutated and it's like 10 times the size?
What if it jumps at you?
I guess then I'll be eaten by a spider.
Lapchick rode a mechanical bull.
I have one hell of a story to tell. You rode a bull. For how long?
That's pretty interesting there.
I've never ridden a bull. A
Oh,
bull.
that's a typo. That's a typo. She means a mechanic's ball. Just kidding. Just kidding.
A mechanic's balls. Oh my
No,
goodness.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just,
oh, it does say yeah, my eyes are
it's,
bad. I was
it's
looking.
a mechanical ball. It says a mechanic. I was just kidding. But she's got a
My computer,
wrench, so she could be a mechanic.
there's something wrong with my glasses.
Do you wear cheaters?
No,
Oh, do you?
no.
It was on slow, so I stayed on. Well, that's more like a sex show. Actually.
Were you in your Victoria's Secrets?
No,
That's a
that's no
section.
place for Victoria's Secret. Unless you have a cowboy hat on.
Just a the cowgirl hat. Cowboy, cowgirl, whatever it is.
I think they're the same.
Have you ever priced cowboy boots?
I've seen like how much they cost. They're ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. And then I was like, well, who wears these? And then I was like offending half the country, and I was like, wow, I guess a lot of people out there wear cowboy boots.
Yeah, but I don't
And
think that the ones that cowboys wear are the ones that they're the ones because I've seen somebody with cowboy boots that were made out, like where they think they're kind of cool, like they're pointy toe, and like getting a fight outside of a bar. And the guy is a tough guy, but he threw a kick and slipped because of the fucking boots. So they're not for, and they weren't even something they're just, what I'm saying, like practical is better, but me, look at my wish list. Or you could get your boots where Jules gets hers.
what is it, size 8?
Jules,
No, size 8 boots.
for me?
Yeah,
Why, you sending me boots?
size 8 boots, size 4 jeans.
Yeah, size 8, yeah.
Hmm.
Why, are you sending me boots and jeans?
Why does it look like I got a pair of boots and jeans in the closet for you? No.
Just figured you were like gonna imagine me in some spectacular ones and then send them.
Mm.
I don't,
I
but
was
not
I was
cowboy boots. I don't want those. If anything, I'd take like there's somebody else like trying to get up here called Mr. Roarke.
there's only one, baby.
And it's got your old avatar, I think.
I'm the one and only. You're
I'm
late.
afraid.
You're
Yeah,
late.
I would have felt for that. I would have felt for that if you weren't up here already.
Wow, the trolls are good. Wow.
I'm gonna screenshot that. Oh wow, bad. Oh, I'm gonna screenshot this. Did I get it? Oh, bummer. I don't think I did.
You sound a whole lot better now.
Huh?
You sound a hell of a whole lot better.
Sound better?
Way better.
Okay. But I don't want. I don't think this would just like. Yeah. Okay. So.
And
Okay.
you notice I
So
got my own.
I don't think that it took the screenshot, but they were gonna prawn bomb.
They probably were.
They were definitely.
And the reason why I'm not on the do you remember the one where I'm laying chained up on the bed?
Yeah.
They don't come up because I'm on a different phone.
Well, that came up on. That's who they came up as first, and then they dropped a prawn shot.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would have fell for that if you weren't up here first. So good thing that you tell me that. Don't ever use that anymore, that one, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't.
You know,
It's exact.
what
I
happened
tried to
was is that
screenshot it. I
that
tried to screenshot, but something went wrong.
I would have changed that avatar with being chained up and everything. But what happened was is that I had to do something on that phone, log it into something, and I didn't bother doing it, and so I couldn't. I could only like download one picture, and that was the only picture, and it wouldn't let me change the picture. So that's what the reason I always use that avatar.
You know, it's weird. Somebody keeps trying to fuck around,
Mm-hmm.
like, and now this one's called Nate. Yeah, I'm not gonna let any of them up though. That's for damn sure. There was one who tried Simon. It's somebody with not much better to do in their fucking life. That's for sure. You know, 3 different accounts in that amount of time, like just within that time frame. So they're like either doing it like all separate people, or they're just fucking idiots, like, or they're just sitting like, I don't know. It's so stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of it's the negativity that the atmosphere of negativity. Sometimes um, sometimes it's best to step away from it. Maybe I mean, like for me, I step away from it. Uh,
Well, yeah, I know you do. I feel like though that I feel like I like YouTube because not so much that YouTube, but what I like is
you love
I am
YouTube. You love interacting with people. You love
that's what it
socializing.
is. Yeah, that's it.
Um,
I love socializing. So when they sit there and comment, I'm social, even when I go out, and I do still leave, of course, but I also like to research. So I actually do put, time and everything into like it would have been, things would have been better and more advanced now in like topics and everything had these people not, been so, I don't know, intimidated by somebody who, you know, probably has a lot to offer and still does, to the world. And so I don't feel like I'm negative. I find it, what's shocking to me is like, okay, so what happened was, I get the call back about the PET scan, and they said, oh, really good PET scan. Nothing seems to have advanced further, but furthermore, it seems like the spot that was in the sternum prior had resolved, right? But then the phone went dead. Now that was when the medical assistant called, which then my phone died. I was driving, and I wait, like I was like expecting her to call me back, but she didn't. It was like 5:01. Now I
oh
know they
no.
did. Yeah, so it went to answering machine. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just drive to my house, see if like I get a call back from her, and if not, I'm calling. I will have them call the doctor, like, whatever the answering service. So so I get home and I do that, and he calls me, and I know that after when he's done with his day in office, he has patients that are in the hospital, that he has to go and do rounds with now, he goes and does rounds. So I know he's a very busy guy, and from what, in my opinion, seems like cancer is getting even more, prevalent in life. So seems, he's probably very busy. So, he didn't, like, I think he spoke like 20 seconds. And I said, he goes, the PET scan looked good, it looked clear. And I said, like that, I brought up the sternum thing, He said, yeah, it was clear. I said, as in a miracle? He didn't mean the whole PET scan was clear. He meant that it hadn't advanced further, but that spot was resolved, like clear, And I said, "Hello, like a miracle?" Like, and he goes, "Yes, but like then he had to go." He goes, "I'll talk to you more in the office, though." So I ended up calling and ordering both of my, because I've had 2 PET scans, one 6 months ago, one last week or 2 weeks, whatever it was. So I ordered both to be mailed to me. Why is something in the same town take so long? But whatever, still waiting for it. But and I, because I want to know, further, and I have an appointment coming up with them. But whatever, I still want them. So I don't know if like you've heard these people like running around. Oh, she's Miracle Girl. It's resolved. She was faking all along. It's like, oh my God, like makes me feel kind of sorry for him.
Well, they don't know the personal conversation you going between you and your doctor. I hope the best. I take that as good news, and I hope the best that everything works out in your favor.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the normal response. That's what people should. Yeah, these people, they don't realize like that they're just evil, man. They say the things like fucking, but that's just them. Like they're hate bonding.
I'd love to see you tell me that you got this new great diet, you're working out, and
I did work out a little after that. I felt better. Like I was like, even though I mean, I know, but who knows? What if it does come and it says, "Oh, it's clear"? I mean, wouldn't that be just fantastic? That would be like, wow. I mean, everything that I thought.
it's a blessing. It would be one less thing to worry about. Life, we all, there's battles for everybody. Everyone's, whether it's the next month bill or a health situation.
True.
Life. Let me say it this way: life is pain. And you say, "What do you mean life is pain?" There's good times, but for the most part, life is pain, and it's how you deal with this pain. Are you gonna go ahead and whatever happens, whether the pain of life, some people check out from that pain of life, some people like pain, and then some people can say, well, and I've heard you say this, I look for the positive in things that are negative. And so what it is that you're looking for to have good times. Uh there's only so much life that we're all going to be living, and we might as well make the best out of the life that we have. And with this YouTube thing, social media should be everybody having fun, getting along, but it doesn't work out like that. Everyone's energy, and everyone has different energy, and they see things different. And I can say something that's going to rub you the wrong way, and you're going to get pissed off, and you're not going to like me. And then what could happen is maybe I say something else, and then you might start to like me. But whatever it is that, it's better to build people up than to like break them down. Be positive.
That's true. That is true. Encouragement is everything. And I think that though, where people they go on about freedom of speech, stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference. There's differences between hate speech and, you know, freedom of speech. There's also, you know, like where they say freedom of the press, but I remember the days when things had to be vetted and integrity counted, you know, in your reporters and stuff like that. Now it's just like we don't even know if they're real or they're AI. I think there's a pretty easy fix for things if everything was in a, what's the word I'm trying to think of, like, is it, it's not, I don't think it's realism, is it? But
I got a question. Why does
what?
something bad have to happen for everyone to come together? I
People don't
remember.
have to get, you know, but see, that's not what happens. If something bad happens and everybody does, I got cancer and people, I was liked. And then they for some reason, this group of people who I don't even know, and you know that we don't even know them really, that other side there, you know, like Izzy and them, you know, they just came and started, and you know, Tom and Vern, and it was like, wow, they like were. I don't know. It was.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. You are the channel host, and what happens is that there's so many people coming at you, so many people that you know, so many people that are trolls coming at you in sock accounts, you know, and then they're saying things to you, and then what happens is that when you get off YouTube, some of that shit sticks into your mind. It's hard to
No,
go
no,
ahead
but
and.
I'm talking about before I was doing live streams. Before I was doing live streams, did you know did you go to Chosen Ones? Did you ever go to any of his live streams?
I went to some of them, not a whole lot. You remember I told you that, you know, him and I are kind of like on different speeds.
Well, yeah,
Uh
I mean, a lot of people are on different speeds.
and
So, did
so
you know, like, so you weren't familiar with me? When was the first time you got any familiar, you know, like heard of me?
um I had seen your channel when you know when you're scrolling through the channels, and I've seen your channel come up. I watched some of your videos. I'd seen you talking to the chair and the cat, and but I never came to your chats, or
I
I
wasn't
never.
talking to the chair or the cat. I was filming them while talking.
I don't think Tucker appreciates the way you were talking to him, and I think he needs an
It
apology.
it was hysterical because that one with Lulu, and I was like going off about Vern, and fucking, and when somebody said, "What did the cat do?" and it was, I think it might have been Deb 313, like, and I didn't, you know, I was pretty new to the. She goes, "What did the cat do?" And when I went back and watched it, it still cracks me up because I didn't even like notice like how her face and like a couple of times through it, her ears will move. Like, you know how cats like pull their ears back, or she'll look stunned a little bit and stuff, you know? And I was like, okay, well, whatever. I was really, really shocked when all that happened. Like, I knew my body must have known I was in for a rocky road after that, you know, because, you know, Tom did have 180,000 subscribers, and there was over 200 people in the room, and everybody had heard, oh, one of Tom's mods is having like a cancer scares going on, you know, and he sure as shit was live when he said, you know, he said, what time is your appointment? And I don't care what anybody says, timing is fucking everything. And then after that, the way he did people, like if they left a comment to me, um, he would totally humiliate them and then block them from his room. You
Oh,
know?
yeah. Speaking, so how about our I cannot believe it's like no that how does that work? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Notre Dame?
No. Think of the initials I'm using. RR
Oh, yeah. Rachel Reed.
and yeah. And they I mean, is that love or what?
That's the one too that was saying, "Oh, she removed she removed her own comments."
Oh, you know,
You know?
I remember she was a mod at the same time, and then what happened was you got into an argument with her
Oh, she
and
refused. Oh, she refused to be a mod. She refused. He modded both of us at the same time, and she said she didn't want it. It didn't go with her eyes. Isn't that weird? She knew
I
exactly what she was going to do. She wanted to remove her fucking comments and
I
blame my mom.
remember when he said everything. He started talking about you. He said you were a mod. He said about the emails that he never produced. Uh, and then you were you making fun of some lady for you know, the husband cheating on her?
Well, no. What happened was
Well, you don't get
everybody
to.
laughed.
I
Everyone
don't.
laughed, including her, including her.
But
Uh,
that's not something to laugh about. So you don't have to tell
no,
everybody because
no,
I
no.
don't think.
But she said, she just like blurted right out. She goes, "My husband gave me herpes from cheating on me," and I said, note to self: don't ever date. Right? And then put just kidding and emojis, and everybody laughed, everyone, and including her, and so that's what happened. She laughed. Everybody laughed. Mari laughed. Everyone laughed.
I bet they did.
I'm
You
saying
know,
that's kind of like a need to know basis. I mean, like, really? We all need to know about your herpes? You ever see the movie All of Me with Lily Tomlin and Steve Martin?
Lily Tomlin and Steve Martin. Steve Martin's the guy from The Jerk. Lily
Yeah.
Tomlin, I remember her. She was like one of those. She was a comedian. But I
Yeah.
don't remember the movie. I don't remember the movie.
All of Me was, so she possessed, like she possesses half his body. And he does pretty good. Like he walks on one side like a woman, and then on the other side he's, himself. And she wants him to solve like who murdered her. It's a comedy, And the Indian guy is at the barber's, and he keeps trying to say that he has a hair piece on his head, but he keeps going, "I have herpes on my head." And the barber is like, "Huh? Herpes on my head." And it's just funny.
No, that's
That's why
not
it's
fun.
funny. When I
That's
think
not
of
fun.
herpes, I think of a hairpiece.
I think
When
of
I think,
running.
huh?
I think
Running.
of yeah.
See what I'm saying? Need to know basis,
Well,
unless it's in a movie and it's funny. There's some whores in the house.
I, this is a
Certified
channel.
geeks.
This is a channel where we have a moral compass, and we will not be singing that song on this channel.
You know who you are. That was hysterical. It was like the numbers dropped down, boom, 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 boom. When I
Do you
ran
remember?
back to,
Do you remember when I used to sing "SG Don't Wear No Panties"?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. You know what's so funny is like you're like Roarke. You know that I'm the only one that gets you at all, and I'm like I know it.
I know. That's why when you're like, well, I don't wear condoms. Yes, he raw dogs it. Like, I know exactly. Not that I, raw dogged it with him. I wouldn't even want to think of it as raw dogging. That's like kind of ugh when you think of that. I like to think of it as just, doing it privately and not elaborate on it unless you and I were elaborating on it, if it was me and you doing it. And then we'd elaborate on it and then do it some more.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't want latex involved. Because if you're with the same person, which I guess that Swiss Miss wouldn't get this, but if you're with the same person all the time, you could do that. I'm just saying.
Do you feel that Swiss wants you?
Ew, no. I feel like she wants to be me. Or
No.
Bobbles or Sharon. She just
No.
wants to be the,
You think so? I think she wants you.
she don't want me. Get the hell out of town, man. It's gross. Stop saying that.
The way her videos, her everything is like when you get a
They
strike,
all are.
when you get a strike, the whole community shuts down.
Like, because they're on strike. They give me the strike, then they go on strike because I'm on strike. Silly fuckers. Like, that's the silliest shit ever. Well, with Swiss, I mean, I don't know. She's not bad, but she could be funnier if she was like with funnier people. But she wants to be the star of the show, but she's not the star of the show type. But she's, the type of person who'll go, well, yes, I did fuck most of the football team and the cheerleaders too. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, okay, then, dirty girl, whatever. I mean, whatevs. If that's what you want to elaborate on.
You know what she's got to do? She's got to have a live where she gets drunk, where so we can
You gotta have
see
a
what
what?
she has to have a live where she gets drunk. She hasn't got drunk yet, has she?
Piss miss?
Yeah.
So she can piss herself?
Well, I don't know if that's what she plans on doing.
She said that. She said that, remember?
At the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best place to do it. Hope she was wearing spandex. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Who admits something like that, even if it happened?
It's a good story.
You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. And I'm not even trying to be any kind of way to, her, but what I'm saying is that, whatever. Like, I don't even care really about them people. They care too much about me. Not in a good way either. And then they convince themselves it's because I crave negative energy. Oh yeah, I crave negative energy.
I feel
like,
it.
Please
I
give me that.
I felt you calling me. I need that energy, Mr. Roarke.
No, but I don't mind like talking to you. I'm saying like they say the stupidest shit. Like, oh, she craves negative energy. No, negative attention. That's what it was. Not negative energy. Negative attention. Who wants negative attention?
Prove them wrong.
Who?
Prove them wrong.
I can't, because they keep talking about me and say that it's because I want it. She wants it.
Wait a second. I thought that was somebody else, but
Chicken Winter says it about me now. Look at her loving cancer. She wanted it. She's wearing her cancer costume. That one where she would pull around that infusion thing.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you.
What?
In the Bible, does it ever say anything, the word cancer? Does it ever say anything about the word cancer in the Bible?
I'd have to look it up. Research assistant. Hi,
Research
baby.
assistant. I got
Baby.
another question. Got another question. I don't know if there's a study on this, but how do most doctors die? Are doctors dropping from cancer?
Some of them die from suicide, old age, cancer, heart attack.
So they are some of them. Is it
No, for
okay?
the most part, I think doctors live very long unless they get cancer.
Most doctors work till they die, or unless they.
They work till they die. Yeah, they live very long, and when you think about it, a lot of them they end up like pretty old.
Like, what else is there to do in life? You can only
So
do so
no
much.
guess that cancer is not mentioned specifically in the Bible.
Hmm.
Can you elaborate on that, no guess? I was shocked last night. Oh my God, what was that in that we were reading that? They talked about Saturn, okay?
Saturn,
It was,
planet.
yes, the planet. And he said, oh, that's what I wanted to research. That is what I wanted to look up. Now I know he refers to them as star gods. Like, that was amazing to me. Oh my God, what was it in? Was it in Daniel? Oh my God, I remember it blew my mind. Oh my God, what was it in? No BS, can you, was it in Joel? Might have been in this one.
People could definitely see the stars. I mean, they knew they were something. That's how they got the pyramids. What do you think those pyramids are for, though?
But God's word does mention other diseases that could have been cancer. The Bible doesn't specifically mention the word cancer, as the disease is a modern medical understanding, and the ancient text was written. Right, and baby goes, right, no BS. They didn't know it was cancer yet, right? Well, Bloody Mary, the one that was, Queen Elizabeth's sister, she died. She thought she was pregnant, but I think she had stomach cancer or what, And
Did you ever hear that Queen Elizabeth and Philip were third cousins?
Philip who?
Her husband, Philip.
No, I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth, like way back in like the 1500s. Henry VIII style.
I was talking the last one.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, well, mostly they usually are because of the blue blood or whatever. But so
Oh, you know what? You asked the question, why did God destroy Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah.
Well, Lot and his two daughters went to the mountains, right? And didn't the girls say that there's no men around to have kids? So what they did is they got their father drunk and they both got pregnant by him, and they had it started two tribes that were against Israelites.
To both, they weren't like good. Yeah, well, I would think that is so bad. I know that story of that.
Okay,
It's a
so
bad story. Lot is a bad story.
it does I wondered, is like, did a earthquake happen? Was it a mere act of God? Because like uh if that was going to happen, how come they just didn't do it all in one thing? If God's supposed to know who you are, your heart, and know everything, why wouldn't he know that was going to happen? So I mean, I don't know. And I doesn't want to sound like, I heard the thing where if you question God, you're the devil. And no, I'm not the devil. I just have logical questions, and if they can be answered, cool. If they can't, no big deal.
The origin of the word cancer is credited to the Greek physician wait,
Hip,
Hippocrates.
Hippocrates.
Yeah, but there's the way to say that. Oh my God!
He's the one that came up with the oath, and that
Remember
every doctor.
Hippocrates? Remember from fucking Bill and Ted's like, Hippocrates?
That's a
Hippocrates.
good.
Hippocrates is how you say it. Hippocrates.
Correct.
And they were going Hippocrates. Yeah. Who is considered the father of medicine. Hippocrates used the terms carcinos and carcinoma to describe non-ulcer forming and ulcer forming tumors. No BS is a great research assistant, isn't she?
Sure.
What day was it that so they did mention the okay. What day was it that we recently had an earthquake? Thank you, baby. An earthquake here, like in New England. I know I just felt an earthquake there. What day was that? What was the date?
Was that after the eclipse?
I'm not sure. Hi, Free Bandit. Oh, you want me to look at Jeremiah 17:14? Okay, well, definitely. Oh, is that where that Saturn thing is, Free Bandit? Is that what you're talking about? But what before, okay, so I gotta get bookmarks. I need bookmarks.
I have another
I need,
question.
okay.
Okay, so the Bible really refers to the people in Asia, Africa, Europe. What about all the people that were in North and South America? Were they considered people? Because
Yeah,
it's
they were fighting with them. In actuality, it seems to me like the Bible is just the history is written by the victors, and the Holy Roman Empire, uh, and then they were the first one, like they were the first ones to print it out like this,
why would you have me build the pyramids and the Sphinx? What's the purpose of all that stuff? Just to say that you built it and that you're the great creator? Uh, I mean, 'cause what I'm saying is that if you build like like mega structures, natural disasters happen, and then those buildings, they fall down, they break down or whatever, collapse. So why not keep things simple and not like permanent? Like the Earth. That was a genius idea that you had.
You know what's so fucking? I hate when I swear when I'm like we're even having this conversation. But you want to know what's so weird? That is the
No.
second time that you have said something, and I'm reading like the words like here because you said earlier, like just a minute or two ago, was it an
Mhm.
earthquake? Something. Remember you said that?
Mhm. Oh, and you always say Moses parted the Red Sea. Well, did he part the Red Sea, or was it a tsunami?
Or was it low tide?
Or was it low tide? Another
Low tide
great,
to me
another
that it
great,
was low tide.
another great one I've heard you said um, was, how can a baby be a sinner? And they say that everyone's a sinner. You're born into sin. So what are you implying, that I've got my parents' genetics and I'm a sinner because they were sinners? Because how does an infant child sin?
Well, let me just say to you, my findings on that is that when my daughter was, like, because her grandparents on her father's side were, that kind of people who were about like, okay, baptism and stuff like that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I called around to all the different, denomination of places and was like, okay, can you explain to me what you believe and what your baptism is and stuff? And all of it was like you had to take some kind of classes and you had to pay. There was some money that was to be given. It was like a very costly thing where this person, you're paying them to tell you what you want to hear. Like, okay, now you're going into heaven. Now your kid can be buried in a consecrated, like, I mean, what about all those people whose kid was baptized and then the baby dies along the way somewhere, maybe on a ship? You know what I'm saying? Like all the babies on the mate. You know what I mean? I mean, like there's
All,
babies
all,
that,
great, all great questions. All great
yeah.
questions that
So
deserve to
I
be
think
answered.
that it's more to what I found was it was to uh, get some money and to put some kind of idea in somebody's head. And so I said, I'm sorry, I'll pass. She's not being, that's that. I mean, I'm not saying that. Here's another thing I think, okay? Way back when, I feel like there's something in us there, I studied this. So it's called the dive reflex. And it's really incredible to me. So long distance swimmers and stuff can train themselves to hold their breath. This is how they, train for, whatever they're doing. Because you can hold your breath 2 times longer in the water than you can on land. So if you can train that into yourself in a time of where, say, if, God forbid, you were ever in a position where you might be drowning, if you're the type of person who's made a conscious effort just to, you know, for that reason, you can if you can make your heart not start panicking, you can know how long you have and probably but the thing is the dive reflex is what makes it's the will to live. So if somebody was feeling, I say, oh, I'm feeling down and out, I think I might want to, do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's holding your head underwater, you're fighting to get up suddenly. Suddenly you
Or
don't want to die anymore.
even if somebody was in mad depression, bedridden, and that place was on fire, once they realize it's on fire, they're gonna get up to get out.
Yeah,
They're not gonna get let themselves be burned.
yep,
Now
yeah.
depression, I believe.
But it's not about the depression thing. It's about the fact that it's okay to not want to die, because a lot of people are like, oh, but you should be okay with it. But no, it's in us, the will to live.
Well,
That's what the drive reflex is.
that's a beautiful thing about life is having the will to live. Because
Yeah,
a lot of people have depression and it affects them in different ways. Some people, the depression makes them, suicidal. Other people, it brings them down. Some people, they can handle it and shake it off. Uh, but remember again, life is pain. We're beings of energy, and we're looking for affection and attention. And
yeah,
many of us are
but
looking to be loved.
yeah, but the thing is that the Bible also says, is when you know yourself is when you will know me. Because that's that's I think that's the thing, the hardest person to love sometimes is ourselves.
I got another.
We're critics.
Well, how about this scenario? I You don't ever read the Bible. Somebody say like myself, I don't read the Bible. So, but maybe I have a faith in God. Is somebody like me worthy of getting into the heaven? Who knows? But does it mean I'm a bad guy? No, I don't have to be. I mean, I try to treat people kindly. Try to get along with people. Um, but I think too with the religion, um, I believe that when it comes to religion, faith, if you have faith, your faith is there. There's nothing that's gonna shake you. Somebody like me questioning you and picking at you, blah blah blah. That's not gonna just that's not gonna mess with your faith. You know, is Would you agree with this? That religion is something where I get stressed out on life. I pray to my God, and it helps me out, or maybe something different for everybody. But if the comparison is like, so I have a bad day and I go smoke some weed. Now, my weed actually, I mean, it gets you high, makes you feel good. It work. When I say works, is
Yeah, but
that like
that's right there. So that right there, the weed, right, is
right
proof of God, because
of
of the
gluttony?
endocannabinoid system.
Did you say gluttony?
Huh?
It was proof of gluttony?
No, of God.
Oh, of God.
Yeah, because or an Almighty,
Hmm.
because um, there's proof, like the endocannabinoid system. You've heard of it, right?
Hmm.
And you know that pot is cannabinoids, right?
Right.
It's amazing to me that there's something in our body. We're born with it. It's a part of our body, our system. They've named it the endocannabinoid system because cannabis is what it reacts to. We need it.
I think I can agree with
It
that. Uh,
Yeah, it took
Um,
over the nervous system, being named as the main thing that control the body, and things like that. I mean, there is the nervous system, yes, the nerves and everything, but the endocannabinoid system is what makes it. It's just like to have it named after it and discovered, after. That's when you can't deny. Okay, so here's weed. and here's these things inside of us that, and the oil part of it is because when somebody eats, you know, say a pill or whatever, it goes through the stomach and the acid and all that, and it never really might make it. It never might make it to where it needs to go, but because we're mostly water, the oil part is what makes it, you know, like it can swim to where it needs to go. This oil, you know, this cannabinoid.
Okay, so that oil, the cannibal, the oil, the Rick Simpson oil, fights. It goes to the cancer can't invade the cell because the RS oil is protecting the cell from the cancer. So then the body discards the cancer cells. I would believe
No,
through your
it is, in my opinion, and from what I had read, this is all not medical advice. None of this is medical advice. This is just from what I've read. Whatever is ailing you, right? Like you need to look it up and find where, because they've worked on isolating the certain, so that people who don't want to be high, like they don't want the THC, somebody who's using it for anxiety might, you know, they probably, I've heard people say the THC can make them, you know, make, it's really amazing. If you were to study up on the endocannabinoid system, it's amazing, amazing. It's not just to do with cancer, but it's to do with the fact that the oil and us being mostly water, this is from what I read, this is not medical advice or anything, from what I've studied extensively, there is that say that, so you fast, right? You fast for 24 hours, whatever. So now these bad cells that are there, this is from what I understand, they're starving. They eat up everything. And the way that the other good cells end up dying off is because they can't eat, you know? These bad cells, they're eating everything. So, and they can, you know, like sometimes even mimic good cells and things like that, so that it's you know, hard to detect certain things. So what happens is there's these cannabinoids in your body, these endocannabinoid, whatever it is, okay, that they call them, receptors, cannabinoid receptors, C1, CR1, CR2, something like that, right? And like, say, from what I understood, if you were somebody with diabetes, that if you were, like, you know how a lot of people who smoke weed, it's been my experience, they're usually slim.
Yeah, like the Rastafarian guys.
Yeah, or even me or you, we're slim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, like, usually people who smoke weed are slim. Just been my experience. That's, you know, and they can eat, right? Like Shaggy, Scooby Doo, right?
I've
I'm
seen
not
a,
saying he.
I've seen a few people that were larger size and they could handle it. They could handle the, you know, like some potent ass weed really good because of their size. Now, I think with weed is that say
Well,
you
I
take a
see some
person
really large people with diabetes,
with people
and
with
then they end up
diabetes.
getting foot problems and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's the point of, the reason being is because this is not okay. I'm not stating this as fact. Allegedly, from what I studied, the cells that process the sugar or stuff like that, right? They start getting, you know, like lazy, and they need this cannabinoid to make
And
them want to
these cells are in
eat.
your brain.
No, in your whole body.
They're throughout your whole body. Okay.
Your whole body. And when they're trying to isolate certain things to target a particular ailment, that's where you got to do your studying and your research. But so the that's where the tinctures and stuff might come into play for people who don't want to do the darker thing, but the tinctures are kind of more
Those little pills,
dissipated.
they're like
No
they're
pills.
like
No pills.
that's not a have you ever seen those? It's like a little pill and they put a bunch of keef in it. That's not a tincture.
No, tincture is like an oil, like with a dropper,
Oh, oil droppers. Okay.
like under your tongue or something. And they flavor them too, I mean, but they can isolate certain ones. You just got to do your research on them. And
What a miracle plant. You said that this is a plant given to you by God. What a miracle plant. Look how many ways that we've talked about one plant, that it gives you so many different options in a medical system where you can take it this way, that way, or however way you prefer.
allegedly, in our opinion,
Allegedly,
yeah, allegedly,
yeah, in our medical opinion.
yeah. Well, that's why they started, in my opinion, started calling it medical marijuana, is because of all the studies that they've done. So according to the studies that I've researched, these cannabinoids that are in our bodies, they will go and the oil will make it to their receptor, like will make it to where it needs to be, in my opinion, better than probably any other kind of thing that could be dissolved by water. Oil will make it there. It has its best chance. This is just in my mind, in my head, what I'm thinking, my opinion, allegedly, from what I understood. Hi, Superwoman. Mr. Roarke is on the piano.
Mr. Roarke. Mr. Roarke. Mr. Roarke. Mr. Roarke.
Yeah, condolences also to Random and to Nitty, and best wishes to Miss Loyalty. I heard her dad isn't feeling well. So
Be strong, get better. My condolences.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you suffer from any mental illnesses?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I'm probably the worst. But what happened to me was
Do explain.
mentally ill. Push my buttons and I'll react. That's not good. I had to learn as I got older to control myself, control my temper, control make things positive than to leave them negative. Now you say that I run. It's not that I'm a runner. I just that mentally, and I do have a life as well, and I got responsibilities. So I have to survive.
No,
And
that's, I
what?
get that. I hope you're going to
So,
blame
so,
all of YouTube for that, though.
no,
All
no,
of you.
that comes first. My survival comes first. And
But
then
blame everybody. I'm the only one that you talk to on YouTube.
this is how I can say it. The community, it is, and I know this might, everyone knows that it's a negative atmosphere, but what it is that we are the community, and only we can change the atmosphere and make it better. Now, what it is that, yeah, people don't know each other and they're not hanging out, but it doesn't mean that you can't be nice. You can, always be nice. And then what happens is that some people may not be on the same level you are, and they may be trolls and they blah blah blah. Handle that, move on, and then this is you
Let's
said
play the newlywed game. Let's play the newlywed game. You ask me a question, I ask you a question, but I get to go first.
What
Go ahead.
is my favorite food?
Uh,
Not
sausage,
specifically, you asshole. Not
sausage.
specifically. No, what like genre of food is my favorite food?
Um, genre. I mean, what do you mean, like French
Like
food or
ethnicity, yeah, like that, like yeah, whatever that is, yeah, yeah.
like I would say like ribs and cabbage.
No, I'm saying
No. What the hell are you cooking in the microwave at 4 in the morning then?
that's not what I'm saying. I'm
What
saying like
what's your
what do you
favorite
call it?
food?
Like
I don't know,
French,
whatever you want at that
Irish,
moment.
that kind. French, Irish, Italian. What's my favorite food? Like that way, like.
Oh, that's what you mean. I'll go with Mexican.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Yes,
Woo!
yes,
Woo!
yes, that's
Woo!
right. Okay. Now you ask me a question about you.
Uh, ask me a question about me. Ask you a question about me,
Yes.
or ask me. I ask you a question about you.
No.
I ask you a question about me.
Yes.
How do I ask you a question about me?
Like I just asked you a question about me.
What is your favorite food? Oh, okay. Um, uh, what is my favorite thing to do in life?
Smoke pot.
Ding, 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 ding. Wow, Chuck, these two seem to know each other well. Let's go to commercial.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
All right.
Name a song or artist that I might have on my sex tape.
I would say Usher before this latest.
Yes. Ding, ding,
Oh,
ding. Ding,
Usher.
ding, ding.
Usher.
That's the top one. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Usher. Number one answer. Okay, go ahead, you.
Um, what's my favorite time of the year? What's my favorite season of the year?
For making money or for just the way it looks and stuff like that.
Oh, they're both the same.
Winter.
Fall.
Yeah, but you make more, don't you, plowing?
You barely make any money plowing. Mostly it's from salting. It's a pain in the ass.
Okay. Tanner got it right. Tanner got it right.
Tanger.
Tanner.
I thought Tanja went to sleep.
She came back to play the newlywed game.
She
Spring
was
would be good too.
she was dreaming and heard my voice and said, "Roarke."
Oh, this person thought spring because of the trees. Right. See, I would take you for any kind of year kind of guy, actually. Like what year? Because what's the time for growing? No, don't leave. She's not saying bye. She says by, not bi, not bi. I didn't say bi. I said bye.
Bring your own beer. Um,
Yeah, BYOB. Okay, so I got that one wrong. What? Now it's gonna be your question about you
my
to me.
hmm,
Oh no,
hmm.
that was. Now it's. Wait a second. Now it's back to me. Now it's back to me, right?
Yep, back to you.
Okay.
No, because we just did Usher. And
Really? You
I
asked me
just
what
failed that
favorite
one. So back
favorite.
to you. It's back to you.
I just asked a favorite season, and you got it
Yes.
wrong. So now it's your
Uh,
turn to ask me.
okay. That's right. Okay. So, what is my favorite color?
Black.
Come on, really?
Oh, let me think.
Yeah, try that. Try thinking.
I forget what is thinking. Um,
Hear my stomach?
hi stomach. Hi belly. Hi tummy. Can I rub your
Superwoman
tummy?
got it with blue.
Blue.
Tanger, Superwoman, they got it as blue. Yes,
Oh,
blue.
are you feeling blue? Are you feeling? Is
No,
your belly feels blue?
shut up and just ask your question now.
Um, if I was an insect, what insect would I be?
Why would you be an insect?
So I could scare you.
Oh, a spider.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
huh? A mosquito because you want to bite me?
Ooh, I want the blood. I want to draw your blood. Not a mosquito. Give you one more chance.
A bee?
I look like a 52, a B-52 bomber.
A dragonfly?
Correct.
What does that have to do with me?
Well,
Oh,
that's
it
what I
doesn't
would
have
do.
to do with you.
Don't get pissed over it. No.
I was thinking
Listen,
of a
Chuck
bug.
Woolery. I don't want to date this guy because I don't think the answer about the dragonfly is acceptable. I'm out of here.
Hey, did you know that guy? Who was that killer guy?
This
Oh,
kid,
Rodney Ocala or something like that.
does contestant
And
number 2 have a broken nose?
he will. No, so just kidding. Rodney Ocala and the girl. Thank God, she said she didn't want to go on the date with him. He won. He was a serial killer. They arrested him like a week later. Could you imagine the audacity? The audacity of this guy. I can't even get over this guy's story. Maybe sometime I'll research it and do the story for you guys, and you guys can all ignore me in the room.
Listen, check and see if Seculars is doing 6 months right now.
What do you mean doing 6 months?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him, so I figured maybe he's got 6 months. He got, I don't know, maybe picked up or something.
He got picked up
You think he did?
by what, John or something?
He could have been. Maybe one of those pimps put him out there on the street.
What if Tom picked him up and they're in a loving relationship now?
Well,
And
fuck.
Secular bathes him and diapers him.
That's why he's so happy.
Is he happy lately?
I don't know. I haven't watched this channel in a while.
Do you think that he married Has anybody heard Marty's voice or anything? Because I was just wondering, they were pouring concrete. I was thinking.
No, he's been missing for about a year or two.
Do you think that the pouring the concrete has something to do with that?
I think he probably fed him to those vultures.
Yeah, he was practicing how to feed a body to so that no, how to bury a body. Yeah, he's something else.
Pretty soon you're gonna see some wild pigs in the woods. You're gonna be like, "What are those pigs doing out there?" I've got
I'll
some
tell you
bait pop.
what, that motherfucker, he interviewed that guy, right? In Georgia somewhere, and it was a redheaded guy, and he had kittens. They were nice little like Siamese kittens, I believe, right? And he goes to him, well, what are you gonna do with the kittens if you're homeless? He goes, well, no, I got a place, that I stay at, and apparently he did, because he goes, I wouldn't take them if I didn't have a place for them. And the guy's place goes up in flames 2 days later, and 2 people are seen running from it, but he gets arrested and has to go to jail, and obviously the kittens probably died. I
Oh,
mean, like, yeah. Like, Tom
that's right.
is either a very bad luck, like a black widow or something, or a psycho, or both.
Who
Would you
knows?
say so?
I'd say it's ironic how such things happened, coincidental, um, interesting. Um, I don't know. I I believe that some things probably who knows what goes on in those streets. It's thank goodness I have no part of it. So
Well, that was in Georgia there.
oh, in Georgia too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in Georgia, that one. And remember when he was traveling around, and that guy Jason too, that ended up killing his ex and almost the little kids too. Like, whoa. Tom's all like, maybe we can give you a ride there. We
Oh
could
yeah,
probably arrange.
wasn't that the dude the dude somewhere in like around Kalamazoo, Michigan?
Yeah, yeah. Like, was it? No, not Kalamazoo. Wasn't it like?
It was
I don't know.
somewhere on the west side of Michigan.
Yeah, it was West something, I think, but
West
I don't
Grand
know why.
Rapids? Grand Rapids?
What do you know about the Indians in your area that used to be there?
The Native Americans. I
Mm.
not much. There's really no populations, people of like where you would go talk to learn or nothing. You'd probably have to go to your local library and see if you could find anything there. But you know, I I hate to say it, but the only place that I seen Native Americans were maybe in the UP and at casinos.
Well, like, I mean, it's really sad because you're right about the history of trying to find stuff about,
Mhm.
uh, Native Americans and everything. It's like you would definitely have to go to a library, and that's because I don't know why, but when you're looking online, it seems that they were just like in the mid, like the Great Lakes region. They just kind of got killed off big time.
Yes, due to the Gatling gun and smallpox.
It was just like they don't even address. I mean, really, I just think like they were just
The
kill.
the you ever
Mm-hmm,
think about you think about warriors once in a while, don't you?
mm-hmm.
The Comanche was the last great warrior.
Was that the one with Sitting Bull, was that his name?
Well, the Comanches were like around, I believe it's Oklahoma. What happened is that they were probably the last of I believe the last of the Indian tribes to get powerful. But what happened was, um, they ended up getting horses, and they became the best of the horse riders, and they were great with bow and arrows, and they could like ride sideways on their horses.
Yeah,
Where
but Indians were, they had like horses.
the
Horses, weren't they brought though from Spain? I thought Columbus brought horses. Was that true?
what about Cortez?
I think it was.
They probably all brought something. I seen um they've got somewhere in I think it's in down in Texas. uh it's damn, I think it's on the coastline. I forgot the name of the city, but it's a real little city, but it's a cool city. And you come off this bridge, and there's this big ship there, and then you go down in the city, and on the water, I believe they have the Santa Maria on the water. Um, and it's
I
real
was
small.
really amazed when I was like doing the research of that Pope Alexander the Sixth, right? And he was the Pope. The Spanish brought European in the late 1400s, so like around 1492. Spanish conquistadors. So that could also include, who did you say again?
Hernando Cortez.
Okay. Was it Hernando or Fernando? No, so just kidding.
It was Fernando. Fernando. No, I don't. I think it's Hernando. Might have been.
Fernando. There was something in the air that night. The
No,
stars were bright. Fernando.
South America was a little bit different in the conquering, and they're Portuguese, and what they did is they took the Spanish missionaries where they had priests like I don't know, Father Santa Anna or something, going down there, and then they had like revolutions, like
You say,
France.
well, evolution. I'm doing the soundtrack for it. I'm sorry.
You're gonna do a
Sorry.
revolution, you know.
But they
Oh,
said that, okay, that Pope Alexander the Sixth, okay, he was around, the whole Spanish Inquisition and everything. So
mhm,
his family was the Borgias. Now, the Borgias were murderous. They were horrific. They were horrific. But so he gets to become Pope. And then they strike deals with, you know, Spain and King Ferdinand and Isabella, I
mhm,
believe. And that's when they were doing the Spanish Inquisition, where, the Jews basically, they had to convert or they were done. So coincidentally, the very same date that Columbus set sail is the same, that was the last date that they had to convert. And a lot of them were, from what I believe, that a lot of the Jews and stuff came, this way then. But during around that same time, there was also, from what they're like trying, how it's put, was that the Catholic Church was also fighting Muslims. There was like a big battle, like the Muslims were, pretty stronghold then too. And so he had ordered all the destruction of all these paintings of Jesus. And he had his son, Cesare Borgia, be the face of all the paintings of, like Leonardo da Vinci, who painted the Last Supper and all that, be
Mhm.
the face of his son, Cesaro. Which I was like, wow, there's so much evil in history. It's like,
Um,
holy crap. These
no,
people, all in the name of like what they were saying was religion,
no,
were killing
isn't
people.
isn't history a beautiful thing and understanding it? And what happens is that I believe more people have died over religion than probably anything else.
Or
Um,
land, too. It's over land, it's over what's in it. Like, if there's oil, if they're digging, if there's. But the thing that kills me is I was reading like quotes of Golda Meir, and she was the prime minister of Israel for a while there, and one of the things she said is one of the problems the Jews have with Moses is couldn't he have led us to somewhere that has oil? Why'd he lead us to the only place in the Middle East that has no oil? So it's pretty apparent that Israel gets attacked consistently just because of its significance in history and in religious history, and because there's no oil there.
uh, didn't they put oil into the bowl and burn the oil in the bowl? Didn't Aaron build a bowl and they were partying with this bowl?
What?
Um, when like after they went after the Red Sea, um,
Oh,
there
a
was a
bowl.
bowl.
I thought you
A,
said a bowl.
no, not
They
no,
were
not that
partying with
kind.
this bowl.
The golden bowl. And didn't they put oil inside that and burn that? Where'd they get the oil
Well, I
for
don't
from
think
that?
it was oil, like, oil.
Was it like
With
whale oil or something?
like the Beverly Hillbillies had. You know
It,
what
it
I
was
mean?
it was probably like whale oil or something.
It could have been whale oil, but who knows what it was?
Well, there's oil there.
Well, I'm talking about in Israel.
There's no there's oil, I believe, in the right there in the Mediterranean Sea. They have to go out there and drill out there. I believe
They
there
shouldn't
is.
be drilling for that.
Well, how are you going to drive around?
Maybe they shouldn't have made everything so far away.
You want to go back to walking, riding horses?
No, not even riding the horses unless, like they're going to have like somebody to come along and sweep up the crap everywhere. But what I'm saying is everything didn't have to get so, the way it did. I mean, like they did away with, house phones. There was
That
no
was
reason.
that was the great American industry, automobiles, and it was the from the 1900s to now. It was what was fueling this country. Now, what is this country building that we have to offer to you to sell? You can find everyone right now is looking for minerals so they can build batteries, so they can build cordless this and that.
There's nothing. Now they're going to outer space to try to tell people buy this.
Um, when they go to outer space, are they going to have the same problems in outer space that they do here on Earth? And has anyone ever had a baby in outer space? How does that work not having gravity?
Well, you've heard of the term bouncing baby boy.
Oh, I heard a space head.
bouncing baby boy. Who would want to? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. I mean,
We're a spaceman now.
could you imagine ever fucking floating away into space and
Your little tin can, and you're looking at Earth, and you see the sun, and you're like, holy shit, it's dark. And then all of a sudden, you see some space pollution from one of the satellites, and it's moving at you 18,000 miles an hour, and it hits you, and you're like, oh shit. Then you end up getting pushed out somewhere in space and ended up in a black hole.
wow, this is a nice fairy tale.
Have you ever?
You live happily ever after in smithereens.
Have you ever got curious and wondered what was in a black hole?
Isn't that what flashlights are for?
No, put your finger in there. Put your finger in there.
Hey, did you ever hear of, I think it's called Mel's Hole?
No.
Is it Mel's Hole? Is it?
No, who's Mel?
It's some, like, you know, big hole this guy found. Is it called Mel's Hole? I could be wrong. I heard it on, oh my God, that guy, the radio guy, he died suspicious. Oh my God.
I heard that on Star Trek. Star Trek. Captain, we're going into a black hole.
Well, they came out.
Can you make your hand do that thing like Spock?
Let me try. I'm doing it right now, but kind of not exactly like him, but maybe. Yeah, look at that. I think I have.
Oh, now put your tongue in there.
Oh, you're so sick. You're so really are sick. There's definitely something wrong with you.
I know you are. I know you are, but what am I?
Were you born when you're like, do you remember the space shuttle when it exploded?
I was in that space shuttle.
Oh, stop it. It wasn't funny.
Are you talking about when the teacher went up in the space shuttle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what, 1980?
I mean, I don't know. Was it?
Yeah, I think off Florida, Cape Cod, Florida.
Yeah, Cape Canaveral there, right?
Oh, or Cape Canaveral.
Did
That's
you
it.
watch it though on TV?
They played it in school.
Were they playing it live?
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was some. It kind of got me skeptical of the moon landing was.
Yeah, but if you're, how old are you?
29.
No, really, how old are you?
50.
49?
50, I'm a man.
Okay. So at 6 years old, I guess they could have if you were in kindergarten, if they were playing the.
I was in first grade. Do you ever remember that guy from Tennessee? He was a college football coach, and he goes, "I'm 40 years old. I'm a man."
No.
Well, how do you remember some of those football players? How do you know these football players? These Cowboys. These Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, from back then. I mean, not now. I don't know any of the football players now. I don't even think like I don't even understand how there could possibly be like did that whole, you know, thing where they had to stop letting, you know, people into the stadiums, remember, and they put the cardboard things?
No.
At the games.
At the games?
Yeah,
when
remember during, like, don't, you can't say it, but the CVID thing.
with that and then what happened? I didn't really watch sports by that time that much.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, did their contracts like get affected by that, or did they still get millions of dollars and
Oh
there's
no,
like
the
no ticket sales?
I think like in the UFC, I think guys still fought. So I'm assuming everyone got paid or paid something.
So they were still fighting. Why even is it called that? Why is there no boxing anymore?
There was just a big fight. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, and listen to this. Ryan Garcia in the started establishing this behavior where he uh, he posted that he got a porn star pregnant. He was there was a girl that was supposed to be a translator teaching him Spanish. He wanted to learn how to speak Spanish because he's Mexican, but he doesn't know Spanish. And do you know who? Well, she had this big fat ass and very cute. And he started hitting on her, trying to kiss her. And what happened was it got posted, and she was like, "No, I'm not interested." And recently, I believe he divorced his wife, but he's got the biggest fight coming up of his life, and he's before the fight, he's out doing these things that are kind of off the wall. And then on weigh-ins, he comes to the scale with a beer, drinking a beer, and he ends up being 3 pounds over. Then he tells the guy, "Listen, I'll bet you 500,000 for every pound I'm over." But he doesn't know yet he's 3 pounds over. And then he ends up being 3 pounds over and ended up owing the guy 1.5 million before the fight even started. Well, the fight happens, and he ends up catching him with a real good left hook, and the guy couldn't recover from that. The guy is the champion, but due to coming in 3 pounds overweight, it's not a title fight. So he doesn't. If Ryan wins, he doesn't get the belt. So what happens is Ryan ends up knocking him down in like the ninth round 3 times, and the referee blows up one of the uh, when he drops him, he blows one of the counts off and says it's a slip. And so what happened too was Devin started hanging on for dear life and ended up making it to the 12 rounds. And but anyways, Ryan ended up winning. And after he won, he says, "Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna go out and smoke some weed." He goes on a New York subway and he lights up this big fat blunt and he's smoking weed. And you know, I think to myself, you know, damn, man, not a good look. Why is it not a good look? Because you're a professional and there's young kids out there looking up to you, and they're going to be like, "That's, you're smoking weed and drinking. If I try that and I start boxing, you know what? I'm not going to ever be as good as you, but how did you get away with it?" And it's not a good look. But what it is that he ended up winning, but get this, he went and bet $2 million on himself and ended up winning $12 million at the casino. You there?
Yes, yes. That's so ridiculous right there. I mean, first of all, how can he even fucking bet on himself?
I'm surprised that the commission allowed all this, and how I don't know. I tell you, um, it was unbelievable. And the only thing I can say is that they do it for the money.
I mean, we're just regressing. Society is just regressing. They're doing a real fine job of it. I can't even imagine that all that occurred. And and all of that is like against any boxing matches or anything that I've ever even heard. I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my entire life. I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my entire life. That guy is like pathetic. I mean, I can't even, that sounds so fixed. It's so bad. And if anybody who is, used to be on the boxing commission and used to box, if they cared, then they should make, they should be protesting. Anybody who cares about the boxing profession and the way that it used to be when it was, credible, then that's bullshit right there.
I believe that professional sports, the viewer doesn't want to see a lame show. So what it is that they allow a certain amount of steroids. And I believe that these guys are on steroids, and that's to put out the performance, to make the money. I some of them are really good fighters, though. I mean, and some of them are great fighters, but I think a lot of them have little things that, little tricks that they do to help themselves out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like the way it could have been is that maybe that guy could have. What was the arm reach?
I'm not for sure. I know Ryan's 5. He's got to be at least 5'11", and Devin's got to be 5'8". They've already fought each other 6 times in the amateurs, and this was the 7th time they fought. This is the first time, though, that they fought as professional fighters.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. 5'11", 5'8". I mean, that's 3 inches difference right there.
Oh no, sometimes that's the way it works. And
yeah, but people's arms length are gonna be, like according to their height. So their reach.
So what happens is that you will get guys. I used to box at 139, and I looked at some of these guys, and they were monsters. And some guys I did really good with, and then there was a guy I got beat by, and after I got beat, I questioned. There was a lot of things in life. The thing is that I had the opportunity to live out my dream. And was it a smart choice? No, I should have been doing different things, and I would have resulted in having a better life. But I like who I am. I like the life that I have. And but that's one thing that I used to love, and I used to soak it up like a sponge, where I would like just learn, take as much in, and try to learn as much as I can, and excel myself, and become a better boxer. When boxing is like doing a man dance. There's another man there, and what it is,
Awesome.
huh?
You want to
Sorry.
exhaust them. Like,
Well,
see, you exhaust them. See, that guy, if there was a 3-inch difference in height, then there's gonna be a difference in reach. And
yeah.
he'd already given him money. Like he gave the other opponent money before the round, or the guy weighing him.
Well, no. What happened is that they made a bet, so he already owed the guy $1.5 million for being 3 pounds over.
That he was fighting.
Yeah, that he owed the champion that much, and I don't know how much the
Wait a
fight
minute.
made.
The other guy was the champion, or he was the champion?
Devin Haney is the champion. Ryan Garcia is not the champion. But what Ryan Garcia has is a really lightning fast left hook. And when he hits people, they seem to go down. And
But
Devin Haney,
he couldn't get the belt because of being 3 pounds over.
correct.
Okay. So who is he related to? Because obviously it sounds to me like he's related to somebody in boxing that was like, well, okay, look, all right, we know it's your dream to box and stuff, but you're too cocky for it. We can't give you the belt. You're gonna just represent bad, and he goes, he
They're
probably paid that guy off to do that, and then I mean,
well, you know what? That's a good point. Maybe the million. Okay, look at it like this. Ryan Garcia last fought. His last fight was against a guy named Tank Davis, and Tank Davis ended up knocking him out. Well, it was a TKO. He got him with a liver shot. Now, what happens is that do you remember I told you when you lose in boxing, like who the hell are you? So why am I going to come watch you fight? And if you got a loss, that it looks really bad for people, and they're going to be like, well, I'm not going to come. It's really hard to like being a professional fighter to get people to support you. It's the dumbest. I mean, I think about everything
yeah,
because you
but
have
he's gotta. I mean, if he's already got that kind of money that he was slinging it around before it was even a champ, like, so this guy, where's he getting his money from? This Garcia guy.
Oscar De La Hoya's the promoter, so Oscar De La Hoya is probably the one writing out the check. Him and Bernard
Ah,
Hopkins.
oh yeah, used to be like a really, incredible with integrity boxer. I mean, he's known to be like, okay, I mean, but he's pretty old by now, I'm assuming. You got some fucking
Um,
cocky ass 25-year-old, like they gotta be related somehow. There's gotta be something.
okay.
Ooh.
There's things Oscar De La Hoya. Did you ever hear about him putting on fishnets and taking pictures?
Well, I mean, was he
Okay,
drugged?
so well, he was partying. Anyways, he was with some chick and he was doing it for her, but still in all, not a good look for a guy with that credibility to, but whatever, he bears it on his shoulder. He walks around, he knows. And
How old is Oscar De La Hoya now?
he's got to be like 51.
No, isn't he older than me?
No, he's my age. He might be at the very oldest 54, but
Yeah. Oh, seriously? I wish
and
somebody would look it up for us. I wish somebody was like research
so
assistant doing it.
research assistant. So
I
he
know.
had a little issue back in the day with
No, these people knows this information and they won't even fucking tell us. That's so mean.
apparently there was an allegedly a little nose candy problem, and he's got a girlfriend now that's some golfer. She's like teaches people how to golf, and he brings her out to the weigh-ins and stuff. She's famous, and I know it actually it's his wife now. I take that back. I said girlfriend. It's his wife, and so that's the thing about him. But he's a promoter, and him and Bernard Hopkins do promoting, and they're just starting out. They've taken over from Bob Arum, and Bob Arum was the older guy that had done it for years, and then there was Don King. So what happens is that in boxing nobody knows you, so you have to have this promoter. This promoter sets up everything, gets the arena, gets the ticket sales, starts selling tickets, gets the money, and then you get you got to pay for all kinds of shit. Your manager, your trainer, the training. You got all kinds of bills, and then after you're done, you don't come out with what you think that you're going to come out with. And then what happens is
They
that
come
you get
up
old.
with fucking, what is it, Parkinson's? Because they get hit in the head so much and stuff.
So you don't even think about that. You say to yourself, that's way down the line. What it is that you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm going to make a bunch of money doing blah blah blah. And then what happens is that you're not educated in handling money. So what the hell do you know about money? So what happens is then you go
Yeah, but
broke.
you're talking about like you're talking like textbook boxers where I grew up with where boxers were like that ultimate fighting stuff. That's ridiculous. Like that's fucking they're clinging to each other and like somebody's gonna end up dead that way. That's so ridiculous. I grew up with Muhammad Ali and people they're going to the fight with newspaper like to hold it up so that they don't get blood splattered, and then the next day the loser is on the cover of the newspaper and they're all beat up and shit. And I mean, and then
Listen,
Muhammad Ali giving his interviews with Howard Cosell, it was like family favorite. It was and I get it sounds like brutal, but it was Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali were amazing together. They were so funny together. Howard Cosell wasn't usually that type of person, but them two together, it was family. Like everything was different back then. And then Sugar Ray, he was, Sugar Ray, like they were different. It was different then. Now it's fixed. They took away from boxing everything. All that story that you're talking about behind boxing and a boxer's dream and this and that, all of that is gone out the window after that Garcia guy. What the story that you just told me right there, that was like mocking people that, that's just disgusting behavior. He should get slapped for going with a beer and then smoking a blunt. Michael Phelps lost his fucking, the Olympic thing. People have lost their, here's this guy like fucking
well,
spitting at
this is gonna piss you off even more. Then his father's
people.
right there watching everything, and as a matter of fact, his father's egging him on, calling people out and everything. Um,
Yeah, they're fucking
so
idiots. They get money from somehow, some way, and uh, I'm just saying that they made a mockery right there. That if that goes unchecked, all of that, then man, you just everybody who's trying to train and become a boxer may as well just not bother and just if you've got money, you can pay off the people and you can bet on yourself and you can go with a beer and you can smoke a blunt and you're good. That's all that you got to do from now on. You don't even have to fucking weigh in, right? They've just made a mockery out of us, boxing.
do you know what I think? I think I think boxing is I love it, but I know better, and there's no need for boxing. There's no need for MMA. And the reason why I'm saying that is there's no need for fighting. And then after you're done, what do? You got this banged up body. Um, there's what we need and what there's not. We need avenues to make a living, and there's not these avenues. And what happens is so many people get sucked into the thing is that, hey, I love to train, why not fight once in a while, and then end up getting sucked into it where you could be off doing something and the rewards are way better, and then you say to yourself, you know getting hit in the head, believe me, getting hit in the head, uh, the effects of it, you don't want to know what those effects are. They're not worth it. And but
I hear you there. I do. I mean, but what I'm saying is like it was different. It was showmanship. It was, back when,
Well,
it was,
that,
if you've got, pizzazz, you got this, if you could be Muhammad Ali, like
well, it's
Muhammad
a macho man thing where a man is a young man where his hormones are elevated up, and you go and do something like that. When you're
who, Muhammad
older,
Ali?
well, anybody fighting, anyone boxing, fighting, anything like that,
Well, yeah, but
because
there was only one Muhammad Ali. There's only one Muhammad Ali.
that
Like,
I told you
I'm not talking about his fighting. I'm talking about his showmanship. You have to like listen to his interviews to know Muhammad Ali, yeah, with Howard Cosell and stuff, because it was family. Those things are fond memories. Like even the song, Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. You know,
so,
I'm Ali, catch me if you can. Bum, 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 bum. And it united a nation. Like he united a nation, where, yeah, Ali. You got to
did I
watch him and Howard Cosell, and you got to watch the banter between the two. And remember, we back then we had like 3 or 4 channels on, and
Howard Cosell was great, but I like Don Duffy.
I don't know who that is.
He's an older announcer before Howard. I told you I met Muhammad Ali.
No, you didn't. You didn't tell me that. Tell me.
He was at the Palace. It's a place where the Pistons used to play. And on Tuesday nights they used to have fight nights. And I was walking out, and there was a limo there, and everyone was lined up, and I was like looking, and I was got in line, and then I walked up, and he was shaking everyone's hands, and I even being in boxing, I didn't watch video on Muhammad Ali. At the time, I was more interested in watching like Mike Tyson style and Julio Cesar Chavez's style. And but what happened was is I ended up shaking his hand, and when I shake his hand, he starts kind of like biting his lip, and he draws back like he's gonna
I think
hit
it's
me.
Jose Cesar Chavez.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Are you sure?
Julio, yeah, I positive. Watched all.
Okay.
He fought like 89 times, and then this guy named Frankie Randall beat him a few times, and then Costa Zoo ended up knocking him out, finishes his career. Zoo's a bad motherfucker.
You
He's a
didn't
guy
want
from.
Muhammad
Huh?
Ali, but see how nice he was. He shook your hand.
So we're shaking hands, and he gives me this look like he's gonna hit me, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't do nothing to this guy," and I'm like, "He's gonna hit me," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get hit by this guy," because he cocked his shoulder back, and he started making the face and everything, and then he didn't hit me or nothing. He was just playing with me, and I was like, "Wow," but then afterwards. I started watching video on fighters, and it was when I was done boxing, but I still loved it. Would watch video to like get the knowledge of it. I would always practice still, and what I would do is I watch his fights. He's got a style where in boxing you want to be relaxed, and he was so relaxed, and he would dance around, and he would snap his punches in, and he was very quick. He had a great chin. He beat the great Sonny Liston, which may have been a fixed fight, but he still beat him. And had fought, did crazy things, where he fought in Africa, and in the Rumble of Zaire. He fought Joe Frazier. Um, and like it, how Joe Frazier's got that left hook. Hello?
No, I know. I was muting myself. No, I don't.
No? Well, Joe Fraser's got a beautiful left hook. And, but, yeah, I just, I love boxing, but
I know you do. You got to unblock me on the phone.
I
And I
got a
got to
new
go up.
phone. I don't have that number no more, so I don't have to give you a call.
All right, you still have my number?
Yeah, I wrote it down somewhere. I got your number, though.
Okay, call me. Because I got to
Alrighty.
end this. I've been out for 4 hours. 4 hour.
4 hour. No, there's probably nobody in our chat, and they're probably saying, "What the hell are those two talking about?" Still,
I know 26 people, but they don't chat.
ancient Chinese secret.
All right, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Peace, love, and
All right.
tacos.
Peace, love, and tacos. Call me.
All right, bye.